We begin with the urgent effort unfolding right now. Just stunning images coming in. Rescuers trying to break through those rooftops to get to people who might be trapped.
Oh my God, Mom!
And this evening, this video just in, the son who was trying to get his parents out of the family home, running into the home, just as the rain and the mud came crashing in. That powerful torrent of mud and boulders destroying 100 homes, mangled cars and downed power lines in Montecito. The area now without electricity or water. The Coast Guard using helicopters because the roads are unpassable. ABC's Matt Gutman leads us off from California tonight.
Tonight, with the death toll relentlessly rising, the race to find at least a dozen residents still missing. Convoys of search and rescue vehicles rolling in. Rescue dogs sniffing for survivors, hitching rides on their handlers.
Oh my God, Mom!
Over 100 homes destroyed, 300 damaged. For many, the only way out was by chopper. The Coast Guard plucking this family of 5 from the debris, plus their 2 dogs. From the ground here, you get a sense of how deep this mud is and how difficult it is for first responders. That house completely buried, but you can only see the scale of this from the air. This debris field goes down hundreds and hundreds of yards. Almost every house in its path obliterated. Our Los Angeles station, KABC, capturing the disaster from above. All across this mudscape today, we heard the calls of the desperate.
Josie!
Family members and friends trudging in, searching for loved ones. Josie Gower's son, Hayden, inconsolable.
Why did she go downstairs?
We first met Robert Riskin Tuesday in the dark, weeping in the husk of his family home. His sister and father-in-law survived, but in the fading light, he said his mother, Rebecca, a prominent realtor, was still out there.
You know, it's my mom, and I'm fighting with all my heart to find her, but like I can't focus too much on she's most likely dead out here, you know, and just push my way through.
This morning, he was back. Family members forming a search party. The reality crushing.
We just need the rescue personnel to come down and help us look is what we're hoping.
The Thomas fire denuded the nearby hills of vegetation that might have absorbed the rain. And when it came, the rain was biblical.
86 hundredths of an inch in 15 minutes is an unprecedented rainfall on any ground surface, much less a fire-burned watershed.
All that water surging off the bare hills, funneled into Montecito's dry creek beds. When you see the size of these boulders, it gives you a sense of the power that forces these giant rocks and these giant trees downstream. Oprah Winfrey surveying the damage to her property too.
So there used to be a fence right here. That's my neighbor's house, devastated.
The death toll now at least 17. It includes Roy Rocher, the founder of the St. Augustine Academy, swept away from his home.
And Matt Gutman joins us live from Montecito. Matt, just incredible destruction. I know there are still evacuations underway in some parts tonight. There's also fear the number of missing could go up. And you were telling us late today about the power outages, the gas outages, and you're hearing it could be months before residents get running water again?
That's right, David. The water main that supplied water for the entirety of Montecito was severed. And the reason officials say that it could be weeks or months before water is restored is because that series of 6 or 7 landslides completely reshaped the landscape here. And you can see that house up in the tree. That was part of a neighborhood here that now is just this giant mud plain. There were 6 or 7 houses here. They are completely obliterated. And that is one reason why officials say that they fear that there may be more victims buried out here in this debris. David.
And you were telling us that mud is like wet concrete, and we can see it right there from your live shot. Matt Gutman, leading us off. Matt, thanks again to you. And as this race against time continues tonight, the storm that triggered all of that destruction there is now on the move. There are real concerns about significant snow coming to much of the country and ice storms as this now marches across the heartland. So let's get right to meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking this part of the story tonight. Hey, Rob.
Hey, David. You know, not every storm gets across the Rockies from California, but this one is strong enough to do that, and it's meeting up with other problems. Already blizzard one is across the northern plains, cold air driving south, and mostly snow across north of I-70. Not a whole lot. I think the bigger issue is going to be some icing. We're going to get moisture off the Gulf of Mexico. St. Louis might get some icing. Paducah, Memphis, Nashville, Louisville, early Friday morning and Friday afternoon late. Heavy rain over that snowpack across the Northeast. Could see some flooding north of New York City, Baltimore, Binghamton, Albany, Boston, all could see some flooding Friday afternoon, and then the cold come back, David.
All right, on the watch through the end of the week and thinking about California tonight.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.